Hi, everybody. Welcome to Offstage Tunes. This is our 1-year anniversary show. I'm so happy that all of you are here. I am joined by many amazing indie musicians. Thank you all, indie musicians, for being here. Just warning everyone now, I'm going to be, because I'm so thankful, I'm going to be repeating that all night long, just thanking everyone, because we would not have made it here for 1 year without all of your support. And that's both musicians and all the fans and everyone who watched or gave me comments on the videos. Thank you so much. If you're new to Offstage Tunes, this is a channel that I built to connect with musicians. Basically, I'm a musician myself, and I just really enjoy conversations with musicians. I feel like we get a good vibe all the time. And what always interests me about musicians is their stories. They have so much to share. So beyond just the music that they share with the world, I want to know, well, what's driving them to make music? What are they thinking when they write the song? And things like that fascinate me. So it's been 12 months. And as I was prepping for the show, I started looking at a video library that all the videos that I've published. And I'm gonna forget this, so let me find my cheat sheet. Over the past 12 months, I've featured 19 featured acts. I've interviewed 32 musicians at open mic. This is at the Inspire Word, our beloved partner. And I've interviewed 27 musicians at either concerts or at events. A lot of that because of our partner, Roomful of Sky Music. So I just think that's crazy. That's 78 musicians that have spoken with me in front of the mic. And it's just unbelievable. It's not something that I expected would have happened when I first started it. So I'm deeply appreciated. And for all of you who are watching this behind a tablet or your laptop, I wish I could see you in person, really. And I wish I could see all the musicians here in person. I want to give you, all of you, hugs, because that's how much I want to thank you. And again, I'm just like a broken record because I'm filled with gratitude. So I wanted to tell you more about what's happening tonight. It's really a highlight. I want to review what I've done over the past year, and 78 amazing unique musicians is really hard to select just the several that I could feature in a 2-hour show. Otherwise, we will be here for 10 hours and no one's gonna watch a 10-hour show. So what I did was I chose the ones that each represented a turning point, like a new chapter. And as I introduce each artist, I will explain why each person was a highlight for me. And then hopefully you'll get to know them more. You'll get to know their music and then their backstory. And if you want to ask questions, I'll try to keep up with the comments. But musicians, please, if I miss anything, jump in and let me know. Before we officially begin with the first feature act, I do want to say that the train walkers are featured in the promotional banners and videos, but unfortunately they are not able to attend today. I'm obviously disappointed because I really love their music, and we have a great relationship. We've never met in person, but just things, they've got a lot going on. So hopefully in the future we'll bring them back, we'll feature them again, but because our collaboration was so special to me, I found a way to still show snippets of that. And I'll show you later in the show what that looks like. So the format of the show is pretty simple. Each musician will be given a feature spot. And during that time, we'll do like a quick catch up. I'll ask them about, I'll walk down the memory lane about that interview that we had. And I'll ask them about their experience chatting with me. It's not something that I usually ask people. So I'm curious and excited to find out what they will say. There's only one exception. So Reigen, who's the second act of the show, Reigen specifically requested to interview me. And because he's a good friend and because I trust him, I said, okay, I will let you interview me. I have no idea what he's going to ask. He refused to tell me. That's okay. It'll be a surprise as much it is for me as it is for you. So during that time, Reigen will take the lead. And
I didn't know that. Okay.
You didn't know that?
Okay, it'll still be your show. I'll just be interviewing you.
You're just be interviewing me. Yeah, it's really a strange feeling. And now I understand all the people that I interview, what I put you through. So thank you again for allowing me to do that.
I'm excited.
And I think one last thing, well, two more things. I do want to let you know that some of you registered to the event. Thank you. There will be prizes. We have 4 artists that are going to be sharing their music, and I'll talk more about how it works. But if you RSVP'd on the website and you check the box that says, yes, sign me up for, I want to be entered for prizes, then your name is, I don't know if you can see, your name is in this jar. So I will be picking names out of a jar. I have another prop that I will share when we get to the prize giveaways time. So just know that that's coming. We'll have 4 combo prizes, 2 in the middle of the show and 2 at the end of the show. And lastly, before we finally begin, just, thank you again. Thank you for supporting music. Thank you for supporting indie artists. If you are having a good time, like the video, comment, share it with your friends. And don't forget to follow all the musicians here. Follow them on social media, follow them on Spotify, check out their music. I have no doubt that you will love their music. And so without further ado, we're gonna start with our first feature act, JunYi Chow. And here's a little video about JunYi.
If you ask what is my job, that's a good question. But mainly, it's like I work as a musician, but behind the musician, my main job is working as a music composer, where I compose mainly concert music and also commercial music, film music, you may meet.
So that's JunYi Chow, and I have known JunYi for several years, and he actually was the first person that I ever interviewed, and hence that is why JunYi is going first today. When I interviewed him, he didn't even know what I was going to do with the actual interview. I said I had a vague sense that I wanted to bring together a community of musicians in some shape or form, but I didn't have a clear idea in what format and how it's going to look. But I reached out to JunYi. I've admired him, his many talents. He's a composer, he's an arranger, pianist, he's a conductor. He also programs like orchestral music, actually multiple sizes. So I think that when you see somebody who is so talented, personally, I just have a lot of questions. So I went to one of the concerts that JunYi had where he was conducting an orchestra, and we were in the green room and we just started chatting. I think we did that for 40 minutes. The end result was only, I don't remember, maybe like a 5-minute video, but we chatted a lot. So JunYi, I'm gonna turn it on you and ask you, what was that experience like for you? Because I came to you, asked you a bunch of questions during your break right before your show. Did you enjoy that experience, or was it, I don't know, what was it like?
It is very interesting because it's that less. Okay, I just want to make sure my mic is on over here. It's like before the interview, we both know each other because I worked as the intern first, few years before at the New York Youth Symphony. That's how I know you. And later on, after you jump from New York Youth Symphony to other field, and you come back to me about this particular interview, I feel flattered at first because I myself, I still feel like I'm still emerging. At the same time, there's still a lot of things for me to learn, and I'm not sure how much I could share. And I appreciate you asked the right question, which actually uh, put me into the right box to really rethink who I am, as well as um, like how my journey comes to where it was during the interview. Yeah.
I felt like you were already so accomplished because we were talking, I think it was right before summer, I think, right before I even launched Offstage Tunes. And you were saying that you had music, like people were commissioning music by you all the way to like 2020. So your music is already so much in demand. But I think one thing we talked about was like, how do you bring your background music, not just like the Eastern and Western music, and how do you bring it to a Western audience, especially in New York City, where Eastern music still is very exotic to the audience? Has anything changed in the last 1 year or so to have shifted what you've done for Eastern and Western music, composition-wise or performance-wise?
Well, the one thing for sure is that I would say it's very important for me right now onwards. I would just mention that I'm working on a composition instead of mentioning what is the Eastern or Western, not trying to emphasize. It's just me as a global citizen. I find something very interesting. I want to know more about the background, the history, as well as the culture of that particular either traditional music, the instrumentalist, and I want to work with the person. At one hand, I want to write something that not only fulfill my perspective, but at the same time, I still also want to bring them to the next level. So this is always an ongoing journey that never change. That actually is even expand more. It's like I want to work with more talented instrumentalists and as well as the musicians that has a background, a spectrum that open-minded, and at the same time also manage to accept the challenge to go further and further, even to beyond what is in the boundary.
Yeah. And I so admire that. One thing you said, I mean, right now you're always challenging yourself. You're always challenging the boundaries. And you didn't even tell me that before I shared that little bit about you on Instagram a few days ago. I think it's very clear. It's coming through that's what you're doing as a composer. So you're doing an amazing job. One thing that you told me that stuck in my mind is you said that all the music that you love the most are the types that really connect people, and that is something that I think is beautiful. It doesn't matter what genre, it doesn't matter if you're trying to create something new or something that resembles the old. I think connecting with people is the main thing, and I relate to that so much because I'm connecting with all of you, and that's what I cherish the most. So JunYi, I know you have something prepared for us. Tell us what it is that you're going to play.
Yeah, I will play keyboard piano over here, and I will simply improvise a short piece.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Yep. So I'm going to switch my mic to my keyboard. So, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. Thank you again, Luis, and congrats. Happy anniversary to Offstage. You know, this is amazing. You are building and expanding the network and the community to a bigger ground. And I hope it goes on.
Much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm touched.
Yeah. And let's rock.
All right.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you, everyone.
it's so incredible.
Woo!
I can't believe that was improv.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I wish we. Oh, actually, the video will be recorded, so it's captured.
Oh, great. Yeah. I hope it sounds fine from the other side.
I hope so too. It sounds beautiful on my end. Thank you again for sharing that.
No, thank you again for this platform and everything right now. And I'm nervous too because it's been a while for me to perform, and even like in front of the screen, I don't get used to that either.
Oh, I think you're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
So thank you, JunYi, again. Next is a segment that I'm nervous about, as I've told you earlier. Let's welcome Reigen. And Reigen, before we say anything, before we dive in, I have prepared a short little video. So let's go to that first.
There's a reason this is a hit, and kudos to Louis Capaldi for your talent and your voice. So we'll be doing our own version. That he has just such an epic, unique, beautiful voice. So this will be our version.
Into your arms, I'll be safe in your sound till it comes back around.
Hey, Reigen. So let me
What's
just
up?
remind everybody, especially if you're just joining now, this is Offstage Tunes. I'm featuring the highlights of 1 year, 1 year since I launched Offstage Tunes. And your segment is special because you're being the interviewer, and
Yes.
I'm going to be your
It's also special because
interviewee.
I have never been live, so I'm like,
Wow.
don't cuss. I don't know if this broadcast television. What are the like rules and regulations of this?
I am not a fan of rules and regulations.
Do anything. Okay, great. Okay.
Anything that makes us happy, anything that helps us connect. But let's give everybody a little background. What they just saw on the video is one of the collaborations that we've done together, where you sang Someone You Loved, and I accompanied you on the piano. And we've done a few other songs like that.
We have done, Louise is one of my closest friends. So I don't know if people know that or not.
Probably not.
But yeah, by now we're always like on, like you're probably my most frequent collaborator because Louise is a very talented musician and has actually, she was a violinist as well as plays other instruments, but has played on a track of mine once, brought you into the studio. Remember that? That's awesome.
Yes.
That was a while ago. And then we've done some covers, and I send you all of my songs before anyone hears them. And you get to just kind of give her special. She is the most supportive and useful friend you could really ever have. So I'm so happy for you that you've started your own media empire, as I've been calling it, and so congratulations for 1 year. So thanks for having me on, and I'm interviewing you. So am I taking over now, or do you have more to say?
Let's get right into it. I do want to say that you inspire me constantly because you put out music at like a crazy pace. Like you do so much. You write a lot of music. You sing beautifully.
Thank you.
You also do a lot of other, like you're a DIY musician. You do everything. So
You're DIYers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, part of why I started it is because I have friends like you who inspire me. So
Oh, that's sweet. Actually, I wanted to say Natalie Dowell, who I hope is on this live stream, and you and I were at a brunch when you shared with us the idea that you were going to do this.
Oh, what was it? Was it a different idea, or was it exactly what I'm doing now?
I can't remember. I know we talked about it at the brunch, but I can't remember how much of it was like already put together. But anyways, let's get into this.
This is in the show.
Okay,
Hi,
awesome. Natalie, I had to give you a shout out. I love you. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna give you.
Okay.
I have like a little bit of a setup for this. I have never interviewed anyone, and I have never been live, and it's gonna be really obvious. But hopefully this will work out. So I'm gonna do just some rapid fire questions just to kind of get to know you, even though I'll maybe know the answer to some of these. So tell everyone your name.
Louise Liu.
And how are you feeling today?
Extremely excited and grateful.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, and what time did you go to bed last night?
1 o'clock.
Because I know you've been working really, really hard on this. Okay, what is the last restaurant you went to?
Oh, it's an Italian restaurant in Brooklyn that has a drugstore sign right outside, and
And
I
they sell
went last
drugs?
weekend.
Okay, and was it good?
It was delicious.
Okay, what's your favorite place in New York?
Prospect Park.
I was thinking about that, and I would have said the same thing. That they were the same, but I would have said Prospect Park at night. What is your last trip you took outside the city?
Good question. I think Lake Louise
In Canada.
in Canada.
Okay, that's a while ago, but I guess
Yeah,
COVID happened.
I spent all my time and energy on building this, so I don't travel
It's
much.
true. Like literally, she and I text a lot. 1 a.m. sometimes 2 a.m. and she's up and I'm up. We're both working on our stuff. So anyone who has a video that she has worked on, she has worked very hard on it. Okay, what's the first instrument you ever learned?
Piano.
What instruments do you play now?
Piano, violin, viola.
Okay.
I mean, I can play all the other instruments. I can play Twinkle Twinkle on a bunch of orchestral instruments.
Okay. What is your favorite instrument to listen to that is not not viola, not violin, not piano? What would you pick if there was like a solo saxophone? Okay. That's true. That can be very sexy.
Yes.
Okay. Did you consider other names for offstage tunes?
Ooh. If I did, I don't remember.
Because my next one is tell us what one of them was, and you can't remember.
I can't remember.
I remember seeing lots of different logo versions.
Yes, but it was all offstage tunes.
They were all the same. Okay. What's the last song you listened to on repeat?
We Can Still Sing by Allison Leah, who's in this chat.
Oh, what a compliment. Okay, that's awesome. What's the last concert you went to before COVID hit?
Probably one of the Inspire Word NYC open mic shows.
Okay, I figured it was one that you'd be working because you're mostly going to concerts. Okay, what is a sad song to you? Can you think of tell me the name of a sad song that hits you?
Happy by Rory D'Lasnow.
Do I know it?
You probably I don't know. If you watch, I did feature in one of the videos. His song is called Happy, but it's actually about misery.
Lovely. Okay. Well, it hit you. Oh wait, he's here. Okay, awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, I have to listen to that. We all have to listen to that now that it's gotten a shout out. Put the link in the comments, and then we can grab it for later. And okay, and then just as like a shout out to myself, what's your favorite song of mine?
Thrill Me.
Okay, thanks. Well, I'm coming out with a remix of it.
I love that song.
Okay, so thank you. Okay, so now we're gonna play a quick game. It's very quick, but I wanted to give you a gift for your 1 year, and I was thinking, what do I do? But then I thought of this. So what we're gonna do is for every question that you get right in our game, we're gonna give $5 to charity, and the charity is gonna be Sweet Relief, which is this a charity. I'm new to finding it, but it's just perfect for what you do. It's basically something that supports musicians when they're in a time of need. And they have a COVID-19 relief fund as well. So that's what we're going to do.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I mean,
so, okay.
Pressure is on now.
The pressure is on. I couldn't tell you this aspect of it. She tried to ask me to not do this game, but we're doing this game. Okay. So something that I love about Louise is that she has perfect pitch. So what that means is that she can easily, if I go, she's like, that was a little flat and it could have been what? I don't even know. Okay, but that's the game. Don't tell me now, because that's the game. I have a glockenspiel here. I am gonna play. We're gonna start out with just some single notes, and then we're gonna go to 2 notes, and then we have a little bit of a switch where I'm gonna have her name some things, but I'll explain that when it happens. Okay, so
nervous.
So for charity, Are you ready? For
Go for it.
charity. Okay. What is this note?
E.
Yeah. See, I think that's impressive. Like, please comment below if you find that impressive. Okay.
D sharp.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, how can I make it hard? But there's actually nothing you can really make hard. They're all
A.
okay. Yes.
Did
Okay.
I
But
just
now,
get that charity $15?
yes, you did. Okay. So
Oh my
now we're going
gosh.
to, yeah, see, I knew this would be easy. Okay. But now we're going to do 2 notes at a time. So it should be harder. For me, that seems like it'd be harder. For you, I don't know. Okay. Here we go.
I only heard E. I couldn't hear the other one. I also can't hear the other one. It's very quiet.
Oh, it's very quiet. Okay. Hold on. Are you ready now? Wait, maybe I can do this.
$15, people. $15.
I know. She's got it. Okay.
This is all for charity. I know you want music. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, I messed up. Okay.
E and C.
Okay, yes. Okay. We'll do 2 more like this.
GB.
Yes. See, it's impressive. Okay, I'm red. I'm so red. I'm nervous and I'm excited. Okay. Okay.
FA.
Impressive. Okay, so you've gotten everything right so far. So now we're switching to my other game, which she begged me not to do today over text.
And after this game, we're going to switch gears and go to the video
Yeah, I
of
feel like I've
us
taken up way
collaborating.
too much time. Okay, sorry about that. But this will be very quick, so because it's 5 seconds. So we're doing the 5-second rule, and you're gonna name three of whatever I say within 5 seconds, and I have the sound. Okay, the sound will sound like that. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna start easy. Name 3 foods.
Oh, hamburger, fries, tomatoes.
You got it. Okay, name 3 composers.
Beethoven, JunYi Chow, Reigen.
Okay, name 3 neighborhoods in Brooklyn.
Bushwick, Clinton Hill, Bed-Stuy.
Okay, name you're getting all of them. She told me don't make me do this. I'm not gonna get these. And so I made them really easy. So don't complain if you think this is too easy because I made them easier. Okay. Name 3 ice cream flavors.
Mint chocolate chip, vanilla, and chocolate.
Okay. Name 3 instruments.
Piano, violin, viola.
You played me. You sharked me. You said you're going to be so bad. Okay, and then I'm going to do the last one, which is a giveaway, which is name 3 artists on this lineup.
Okay, so Chloe Hennessee, Boy Pierce.
That one is the one you missed.
What?
Okay, but I'll give you. You
I
took
blame it
too
on the
long.
artists having
You
names
said
that are
You
long.
said Okay, I will give you one other. I have to make it up though. Name 3 pizza toppings.
Pepperoni, pineapple, and peppers.
Okay, cool. So we're late. We're way behind schedule. So I don't even know what to do. I took up too much time. You got some money for charity. I think you got $60. So
Thank you. That's
yeah.
so very generous. I love this idea. So thank you again. It was such a great surprise. Okay, but now we're going to go to the video of our collaboration.
You ready?
I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to save me. This all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to turn to. this all or nothing way of loving got me sleeping without you. Now I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you helped me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love, and I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in your sound till it comes back around. And now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love.
Thanks
That was our song.
Thank you. Do we have time for just 2 of the other questions, or you want to move on to the next segment?
Well, how about we do one?
Okay, we do one. I will do this one. Out of all the interviews you did with all the musicians over the past year, like what was something that you took away that was meaningful or touched you?
Wow.
Or what did you think differently of musicians? Or what did you, what we felt, something, what touched you basically over the last year?
Over the last year, what I really learned, which I didn't know before, is how much work each musician really puts forth. It's not like you just sing or you play an instrument. You have to do so much. You have to be your own PR. You have to play this. You have to be on social media, which takes so much time and effort. And you have to communicate with a lot of people. You have to worry about how to get your music on playlists. There's so much work, and everyone is a DIYer. Everyone has multiple talents, and that just makes me admire all of you so much. And it's not something that I knew before until I started talking to each one of you, and you guys are impressive.
That's awesome. Yeah, kudos to everyone here who's working so hard. It's always so inspiring. I'm a musician, as a musician myself. It's always inspiring to see other musicians on that grind. So anyways, thanks so much for having me, and over to you, host.
Thank you so much, Reigen. I actually had a great time, and I really enjoyed that charity game. So luckily, I did not embarrass myself.
You got all of them right, and then I added a question. So for everyone to know, she did get the maximum. Okay, so there you go. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to transition to the next artist, and the next artist, her name is Allison Leah. Before we hear from Allison, we do have a short little video to show you.
I need to recognize that, like, I have my family, I have, the ability to, like, for lack of better analogy, sing, and like just all this, that's where the positive side came in. And so I'm really happy with how it turned out, and that other people are relating to it. And,
we can still sing. We have our voices, you.
Allison Leah, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so as I was telling Reigen earlier, I've been listening to your song a lot. Number one, because I love it so much. And two, it reminds me of what to be grateful for during this time, as we're in, still COVID time period. And I found you because there's an Indie NYC summer song competition. And I was so honored to be asked to be a judge for that competition. And yours was a unanimous decision. All 3 of us who judged decided that this is the best summer vibe song for 2020. So congrats. After that competition concluded, I reached out, and because I love your song so much, I wanted to hear more from you. So you are a highlight because you're the first person that I ever interviewed via Zoom. Before that, everyone was in person. You know, I would bring videographers with me to, you know, wherever it was. We were on location all the time, but since March, I have not done any of that. And because I love your music so much, I decided to break out of my comfort zone and try Zoom, and luckily it worked.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
a ton of fun with it.
Was it different for you? I mean, first of all, when I asked you if you would be willing to do that, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, well, first, thank you for everything, for, you know, the Indie Summer 2020 Award, and also just for reaching out and interviewing me in the first place. But yeah, I think March took all of us by surprise a little bit. So, I mean, while I don't think I had done a Zoom interview either. I'd done a couple like Zoom calls, and then like a podcast interview that was over like my phone or something. But that was my first time doing Zoom for an interview and having like the video recorded and everything. So I loved it. I think it's a great way to adapt to the times we're living in, especially since in the midst of it all, I had moved to Nashville and now I'm back in New York. But that aside, it was nice because I don't know when we would have been able to meet in person had this Zoom thing not been kind of a new method of doing it. So thank you for taking a chance on me and for, you know, for doing it, because I had a lot of fun.
Well, I had no doubt that it would be a great story and that your music will be awesome. What I had, I had doubted my ability to use technology and use Zoom and
I
be
did
able
too.
to and be able to produce a video that is somewhat of decent quality. I mean, it's not HD. I actually reached out to Zoom and I asked, how could I will pay for high definition, and they said because of high demand, everyone gets standard. So, you know, it's not the best quality, but what I value the most is the story and the connection. So I decided I'm okay with something that is less than top notch in terms of video quality, because I think our conversation was the main dish.
Yeah,
right?
the conversation was top notch. Also, it was great. The editing is great. I think, yeah, well, it wasn't typical in the sense of like the video cameras and the video crew. It was still like, it was up to par with the standards that we're living in. So it was great.
Thank you so much. And could I just say that since then, it has opened up the opportunities for me to meet other musicians. So before that, I was meeting only musicians who are in or around New York City. But since then, I've had people from California or even as far as Sydney, Australia, reach out, and I've scheduled them for later this fall. So it's like a whole new world. All thanks to you for saying yes to that.
Don't sell yourself short, but thank you. Yeah.
Amazing. So you're going to share one song with us. Which one is it?
You can take a guess as to which one it is.
Is it my favorite?
It's We Can Still Sing. Yes. Yeah, so I'll give a little bit of backstory, because I find that out of context, this song, I mean, it's clearly a pandemic song, but I like giving a little context behind it. But I wrote this song 4 days after my spring tour was canceled. So we talked about this in the interview, but March 12th, the tour got canceled. And then March 16th, I kind of sat down as I tried to figure out my next step and wrote this song. At first, I was just writing a sad song that was venting to my guitar. I wasn't really putting any sort of structure in place. But then once I took a break, scrolled through my phone, saw one of the viral videos of people singing out of their windows in Europe, and that inspired me to write the chorus and finish the song, because it showed me that what actually matters, as you heard in the little clip before, but is family and our health and our safety. And I hope that everyone in this group and everyone watching has been safe and stayed healthy as well. So, and before I play it, thank you, Louise. This is just awesome. And not like, I find that there are a lot of people who blog on the side and stuff, but you just put so much heart and passion into everything. The fact that this is even like a thing, you organize this entire celebration throughout the pandemic is incredible. And thank you. Even though we've known each other for a month, I know that your heart and your talent and your passion is just going to take you so far. So thank you for this. I look forward to seeing where Offstage tunes and where you go. And this is called We Can Still Sing.
Thank you, Allison.
Of course. I mean it. 2 months ago, I wrote a note about my hopes and my goals and dreams, all I wanted to see and get done this year. Had my life planned day by day, sign a lease, play a show, take a trip, and find a band to call my own. What happens now? Who knows? Find it hard to say what I want, on edge and so misunderstood. Do you think I'm selfish? Cause I had that to-do list. I want to disappear, feel like my whole life's ending here. And then I remember we can still sing. We have our voices, you and me. We have a home beneath our feet and a family. And we can still hope one day when this is over, we will joke of all that time we spent inside and how beside ourselves we were. 4 days in and I can't pick up a pen, cause when I do then I'll have to admit this is happening. But it's happening. Knowing now what I wish I knew then, would I still have planned every day like I did? Find it hard to not fall asleep, close my eyes and leave reality. When I say I'm scared, will you still be there to comfort me? I want to disappear, feel like my whole life's ending here. And then you remind me, we can still sing. We have our voices, you and me. We have a home beneath our feet and a family. And we can still hope one day when this is over, we will joke of all that time we spent inside and how beside ourselves we were. We can still holding on to, holding you and holding on to what we have and holding ourselves, holding you now, we have right now, and we can still sing. We have our voices, you and me. We have a home beneath our feet and a family, and we can still hope one day when this is over, we will joke of all that time we spent inside and how beside ourselves we were. We can still holding on to what we have and we have right now.
So beautiful.
Thanks for having me. Thank you. Awesome. And
Amazing,
congrats again.
amazing.
This is so
Thank
much
you.
fun. So thanks for having me.
Thank you, Allison. We will meet in person one day.
Yeah, seriously, we will.
Yes. Okay, thanks, Allison, again. Next up, we have Feyer, and if you're just joining now, this is the music showcase, indie music showcase, where we celebrate Offstage Tunes, which I launched a year ago. 1-year anniversary celebration. So before we kick it off with Feyer, let's watch a short video.
And if you maintain a willingness to grow and learn and meet people, the city could be a very, very good place to do a project.
Everybody raging at the parties, they're drinking and they're taking lots of drugs. Look at everybody scoring at the parties, people left and right are hooking up. Look at everybody spending lots of money for a night they will remember in a month.
And that's Feyer. So thank you for joining us, Feyer. It's great to have you. I wanted to first say that we did that shoot in the summer. I don't remember if there was a heat wave or anything, but it was so hot. So we shot that in Brooklyn, and there was no cover anywhere. I remember you were playing the keys, and the keys were sticking to each other because it was hot and humid. But it was such a highlight for me because I don't know if everyone knows, you are not only a musician that creates music, but you're also a sound engineer. And you actually, being one of the first few people that I interviewed, you gave me a lot of great tips on editing audio that I truly appreciated. You introduced me to Audition, for example, the software that I've then adopted because we did our shoot outdoors, and with the wind and everything, it's such a challenge. And people are watching, if you don't know, Feyer used to do a lot of live music, sound engineering work for So Far Music, and that's actually where we met. But he's just such a talented person, generous to share tips on what he knows about audio, and I've always remember that. And of course, I love your music. So how was that experience for you, playing that piano in a hot summer day? Were you like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, so as you know, we actually met at a So Far show, and we got to talking. You told me about your project going on, Offstage Tunes, and I wanted to take what I did off stage. So I said, there are these pianos that are just out in the open that people are able to play. And I know one in Brooklyn, so let's go there and play it. And I thought it was a lot of fun to go ahead and do that. Of course, the piano itself had some issues, but it was there and we were able to use it, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really hot though. I remember getting like a really bad sunburn on my arms later that day because I forgot to put on sunscreen, but it was worth it for the video.
Yeah, you can't see it in the video, but a lot of the shoots, and shout out to the videographer Jesus for doing that. He was shooting and I was hiding. I had a big hat and I was hiding while Feyer was playing. So yeah, great job to you for doing that.
Thank you.
So how are things now? There are no live shows. Everything is on live stream. I know you've written some new songs, but how else are you keeping up with music, basically?
Well, first let me say I'm not actually in space, in case anyone is wondering where I am. I'm in my basement at my parents' place, but there's a bunch of clutter behind me, so I found this free Zoom background. And besides, I'm really into astronomy and science fiction and stuff, so I decided to put the space thing up. But yeah,
I've just stuck in a video game.
Oh yeah, nice plug. That's one of my songs where I do go into space in the music video. So
right.
I've been just working a lot on new music. I'm producing myself. I'm producing some other artists, doing some remixes. I'm doing some audio work remotely as well. Currently, I've been assigned the project of putting together a big virtual choir, which I'm really looking forward to completing. So that's been fun. And just been hanging out, trying to write as much new music as possible and see where it goes.
All right. And do you have any plans with the guitar? Because I keep seeing you in that guitar photo.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
not yet seen you perform it.
Yeah, actually, the guitar is out of batteries right now, and I can't find the power supply. So unfortunately, I can't bring it out tonight. But I do have a piano that I'm going to be playing. It's down here. You can't really see it on Zoom, but it's there. And the
Well,
guitar
it's magic because
will
you're in
make
space
many more
anyway.
appearances in the world.
Okay, so tell us what song you're going to play on the piano that we cannot see.
Okay, but you will be able to hear it. So
Okay.
I'm going to play brand new song that I recently wrote. It's not out yet, but I've played it at a few live streams and people have seemed to be into it. It's a slower song and it's about not wanting to be forgotten by people that you meet in the fleeting moments of life. And it's called Blip on a Radar Screen.
All right, let's
Shall I go
listen to
ahead?
it.
All right. Scanning left and right with shades of neon green. I see a spark one time and it lights the fading screen. Try to see clearly, but quickly it'll fade away. Wonder if you'll see it again down the line. Or will you forget that we met one time? I don't wanna be a blip on a radar screen. All that ever means is that you forget I was seen. If we meet again, will you keep it going for quite a while, or is that my job forevermore? You should know that it takes two if it'll ever work. Please don't put it all on me, 'cause I don't know how to make it sustain with time. I don't wanna be a blip on a radar screen. All that ever means is that you'll forget I was seen. I don't wanna be, 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 I don't wanna be. A blip on a radar screen. I don't wanna be a blip on a radar screen. All that ever means is that you'll forget I was seen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Louis, everyone.
There's a comment that somebody is asking, does Feyer have a first name? And that person is named Tom Feyer.
Oh, that's my dad. But my name is not Tom. My name is Andrew. But Feyer is
you
what
go
a
by
lot of people
Feyer.
call me because it's my last name.
Hello, Andrew's dad. Thank you for joining. And thank you to everyone who's commenting. And thank you to people that are texting me and telling me how it's going well. I really appreciate it. If I don't get back to you, it's because I'm trying to focus on the music, and I'm trying to also just pay attention to what the musicians are sharing. Okay, so that's Feyer. Thank you again, Feyer, for sharing that beautiful song.
Thank you so
I think
much,
the
Louise.
background goes really well with it.
Yes, celestial, spacey.
It worked great.
Thank you. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary as well. You've been doing some amazing things in this time, and I'm really looking forward to where it goes post-pandemic.
Thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful, Thayer.
Thank you.
Okay, so next, not to be confused with Feyer, but we have Feifei. And Feifei is well, I'll tell you more about Feifei in just a little bit. Let's play that video of Feifei, please.
For me, I think it's my mission in this life just to serve my audience. It's my mission.
Oh, sorry. I was muted. That secret will never be shared again. But I wanted to take 5 seconds to thank Reigen. I'm looking at the Facebook comment. Thank you so much, Reigen, for that lovely donation. It's such a surprise. I did not expect it. And thank you. I am feeling a little better now that I see that I was able to help contribute to this. So thank you again, Reigen. Okay, Feifei, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you look lovely with that pinkish purple background.
It's all because of light. It's all about light.
No, it's yeah, it's.
How have you been?
I've been well, I guess, as well as I can be during this time. I'm sure everyone feels the same. It's it's not the same. I haven't seen you in a long time, and
Since last time we had snack in Central Park.
I know. So that I wanted to, okay, so you are a highlight because I first met you when I was interviewing JunYi, actually. He was conducting a Chinese orchestra. You had a solo, beautiful solo on the erhu or banghu. And that's why we started chatting, and immediately I knew that this musician has a lot to tell. So then we later on schedule a time to chat. But then during that time, I was reading about you, I was researching you, and I found out that you also play jazz. So you not only play Chinese music, you play pop music, you also play jazz, and you are also able to turn, write your own arrangements and turn what's standard American music into jazz, or even like Shanghai pop. And what's impressive is the way that you combine different genres and make it your own, and then make it sound like it was meant to be that way. So to me, you represent this multicultural music that blends so well, and you're able to introduce this instrument to the Western culture, which is called erhu. It's still considered exotic. Remember, we asked 5 people, I think it was 5 or 6 people around Central Park. Yeah, so you held up the erhu and you asked, do you know this instrument?
This one right here.
Okay, she's gonna show it. And some of you may
Thank you.
know, nobody got the answer correct. Nobody knew what it was.
I know it's so sad, right? Not so many people know. But it's also a good thing because that means I have a lot of opportunity to make people know it.
And I think you've been doing a fantastic job because as we've seen in that little intro video, you were playing the erhu, you were also singing, and you do a beautiful job of combining this instrument with guitar, with saxophone, not a traditional arrangement. So kudos to you for that, for bringing music together, for bringing different cultures together through music.
Thank you.
So, it's been a while. Tell me what's new with you, with your mission to share music with everyone.
Yeah, share music, first of all, that's always my mission. So that's no doubt. I think everybody in this group tonight is one of their missions in life. So do I. So we all know this pandemic thing happened all of a sudden. So I think most of the artists are not ready for that. In the very beginning, it was a little scary for me. I think other people's too, especially for performing artists, because we don't know. We have no idea this is going to happen. I mean, they stopped Broadway, they stopped Lincoln Center and Carnegie Hall everywhere. It's something big. So for us, for me, and also my friends around me, we're just trying to quickly bounce back, try to find more ways to do music. Like we're going to collaborate, we always collaborate online instead of going to somebody's house or a studio to do rehearsal. So we have to force ourselves to learn how to do the video editing and how to do lighting, how to record our voice by ourselves, and how to do the production. I've never known that somebody, I wouldn't think of this like even a year ago, like somebody play erhu from China and they're gonna do the music production for other people. It's something like never gonna happen in my life. I don't think but it's happening right now. I mean, so this pandemic is really bad, but the good side, the positive side is that everybody, I believe, is learning something from it, at least learning something new, because this is the way we have to, as artists, to survive. You have to really find out another way instead of there's no audience for you. But there's always audience there. You have to find a way to reach them and find a way to improve yourself. And, the combination of having good music and reach to your audience, I think these two keys we have to keep in mind.
Yeah, so true about learning something new and finding ways to reach an audience. We're all learning something new. I would not imagine even just 2 months ago that I would be doing a live stream. Like I never would have imagined that.
You definitely need to. I mean, I think this should be your main job. You did a great job on this. And then I'm following your video and interview for other artists. I think you're awesome. I mean, you're good for this. You're very natural and confident and bring out a lot from artists like other people don't know. You're also very sensitive and you're very patient, you're a good listener. So congrats for yay!
This guys, this is what motivates me, is hearing from musicians that appreciate what I do. That just makes me want to continue, and that's why I'm still doing this, and that's why I'm thanking them. And I thank you for tuning in. So you shared a lot about what you've learned during this time, and I think you have a song that you've written during this time.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, I wrote a couple. Right, I wrote a couple of songs, and I have erhu new songs in erhu and also vocal. This song specifically I want to present today is not jazz, not Chinese. It's an English song that my friend Zhihua, who was a composer that you interviewed her also. So I was like, Zhihua, let's do something. This is special. We have to do it. I said, yeah. And then a couple of weeks later, she sent me this. I was automatically fall in love with the song. Then I wrote the Chinese lyrics, and then I asked Esther in LA, she wrote the English lyric, and then also I asked my friend Ian to produce the whole thing. So in a short amount of time where we're able to collaborate from, Ian is in Hong Kong, Esther in LA, and me and Zhihua is in Upper West Side by the Central Park. So this is one of the way that I really like. So the pandemic really opened a new stage, a new way for us to consider how to work with talents are not from your local area. So we are able to use this new way to produce more music and work with more talented people from all around the world. So that's one thing I really appreciate.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this collaboration around the world. Okay, take it away, please.
Yay. Okay, let me open up the lyrics.
It's still new, so.
Yeah, okay, let's hear from it. Am I sound okay?
Facing you, it's hard for me to embrace the clothes are apart. You are a tale woven in heart. I worry at times we'll leave you behind to fight this battle alone, separated. Love won't fade. I am right here by your side, so hold on. No more pain or soreness. Wipe the tears, we will get through this together. No more strain, only hope. You and I fighting for a future where you will never be alone. Takes courage, pushing past the day to day. Breaths will fly in a chest where your heart lies. I worry at times we'll leave you behind to fight this battle alone, separated. Love won't fade. I am right here by your side, so hold on. No more panic or soreness. Wipe the tears, we will get through this together. No more strain, only hope. You and I fighting for a future where you will never be alone. Hold my afraid you're sleeping, but I'm the one who keeps your dreams away. No more panic or soreness. Wipe the tears, we will get through this together. No more strain, only hope. You are my fighting for a future where you will never
be alone. Oh, you will never be alone. You will never be alone, people.
Yes.
I love you all.
That's so inspiring and uplifting. Oh,
Yes, by the way, I just gave the world premiere to you, this channel.
this
I've
feels
never presented anywhere else. It is never released yet. Well, but I'm so happy.
so honored.
Love
Thank
people.
you. Thank you for this privilege. Thank you, Feifei.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you for your group, your team, everybody working so hard, and thank you for all the artists who are really in this special time still spreading all this uplifting spirit. Thank you, everyone. We love you all.
Oh, that's perfect segue, Feifei, because now we're going to take a short break where I want to thank my team for everything that they've done. We have a short 1-minute video, and if you were with us in the beginning, you may remember that I said the train walkers unfortunately have a lot going on in their lives and are not able to join. You will hear them in this video, and you will see them as well. So here's the video.
Can't wait.
So you know that you'll always be home. Yeah.
And the Unclassical collab is where I asked musicians at the very beginning of the pandemic, I said, send me your videos, I'll match it with something that's classical music, which is my background. So we did that. The train walkers sent me their song, and I added some violin, Mendelssohn concerto, a part of it to match their music. And that's what we did. I showed that video because I would not be able to do this, what I'm doing right now, sharing music, sharing stories of indie musicians alone. So this was done with, first of all, I want to thank the partners, and that includes Inspire Word NYC. Some of you musicians would know Mike Geffner, who runs Inspire Word NYC, does a lot of open mic and also feature shows where a lot of musicians go there and they perform for each other, they support for each other. And I went to Mike and I met him. I said, hey, why don't I come a few times a month and then just feature some of these musicians? So thanks to Inspire Word for being our partner. I also want to thank Roomful of Sky. They also do a lot of music showcases. They also are the ones that connected me with events such as Also or Pete's Candy Store, monthly music showcase. Of course, all of that is on hold for now, but I remain hopeful that very soon Roomful of Sky as our partner will be together again at, out there doing live music together. Flora Cafe, thank you for sponsoring, being the location sponsor for one of the videos. If you remember seeing the video, there's me and my friend Miluska who jumped in to help with some, as a production assistant for some of the videos. We're just doing a live test on site at Flora Cafe. They're closed at the moment, but hopefully they will open again. I am grateful for them for lending me their space. I thank Miluska. I want to thank her again for just volunteering her time to help out. And again, she was with me on a few of the video productions. So thank you, Miluska. I know she's kind of driving around today, so I don't know if she's able to join the live stream. I also want to thank Sergio, who designed my logo and who designed the beautiful banner, the video banner for this event, and for artists, feature artist photos that you see for tonight. Sergio is the one that added the design elements to it. I think he did a fabulous job. Thank you, Sergio. And then finally, I want to thank the videographers. Paulo is just really so generous with everything that he does in helping me. He's the one that introduced me to Final Cut, which is the video editing program that I use. And he's shot some really long videos at Inspire Word, for example. Some of them could be like 2-3 hours long. And when you're filming for that long, it gets really tiring. So I am truly grateful. Terrence Lee, who I met maybe several months ago. The first time I met him, I was on a shoot and I needed some lights because the room was very dark, not as I expected. He was there. He was also doing something. He just lent me the lights, and I could not believe that. He didn't even know my name, and he helped out. And so, of course, I got him on board as part of the team. Thank you, Terrence. And Jesus, big shout out to Jesus, who's been with me since I launched Offstage Tunes. And he and I had a chat about the idea of Offstage Tunes. And he's been with me to so many shoots, from Harlem to Far Rockaway. We've done shoots in crazy heat waves, not only outside shooting Feyer's film, Feyer's video, but also in Times Square, underground for hours. Actually, during that shoot, somebody had a heat stroke, just to let you know how crazy it was. He never complained. Thank you, Jesus. I am so grateful for your help. And thank you for always being there. And of course, there are some friends that choose to remain anonymous, who give me constructive criticism that I deeply, deeply appreciate. Things like, hey, Louise, why does your audio suck on that video at 2 minutes and 30 seconds? Things like that is awesome because it helps me improve. So thank you for those friends who constantly support me and critique my work. And thank you to my family for, everything that you do. So that's all I want to say for thanks. We're going to transition really quickly to prizes. Okay, so we've got 4 artists that are giving out prizes. And I'm going to show you that is something that is the funniest thing that you'll see on this show, which is this. Okay, so this is my prize wheel. And what I'm going to do is I've got some letters, as stickers on the prize. If you RSVP, if you register to the event and you selected, you chose to be entered for prizes, your name is in here. So if your last name falls between A and H, then you're in the A section. And let me just show it better. Then you're in the A section. If you're between I and P, then you're in the peach, and then the rest are in the blue. If I land on a yellow, then I'm going to pick one of the 4 artists who are giving away music to tell me which color to pick. And this, I think, is meaningful because the way I'm going to do it is once you are the prize winner, I am going to buy the music from iTunes and I'm going to gift it to you. And that's the reason why you had to register, because I needed a way to email you the digital download. But I do want to give a shout out to Allison for just giving me the digital download. She said, no need to buy, just give them away. So thank you, Allison. Although I will be sure to buy your next album to support you. Okay, so here we go. First spin. Is that a yellow? I think that's a yellow. Okay, so I'm going to pick from my jar a yellow card. And let's see which artist is going to. Okay, so we have Allison. Allison, you can tell me which color I'm going to draw a name from. So your color choices are red, peach, or blue.
We'll do peach.
Peach. Okay, peach it is. And the prize that we are going to give away, and I totally forgot to play the video for it, but we'll do it later. The first combo prize that we're going to give away is going to be displayed in front of you. And because I do not remember what the first combo is, James, could you remind me what the first combo is? James is laughing at me now. Yeah, let's play the video then. And stuck in a video game is Marilyn Larkin. I don't know if Marilyn, you're in the live stream, but I will email you. I will email you with Allison's album, and I will gift you Feyer's single track. Okay, let's move on to the next prize. What do we have next as the next combo? We've got Allison's We Can Still Sing, which you heard not long ago. And we have Feyer's Halterize. Okay, so that's the prize. Let me take out my spin again. All right, here we go. I think that's red, right? Okay, which means I pick a name from the red from my jar. And the lucky winner is Adrian Elias. Oh, it's Adrian from Bronx, from the Trainwalkers. Adrian, I don't know if you're in the live stream, but you just won yourself Allison's We Can Still Sing and Feyer's Halterize. Congratulations, Marilyn. Congratulations, Adrian. And thank you to the musicians for allowing me to give away your music. Next, who's been on live stream waiting for his turn, and one of my favorite rap artists, Boy Pierce. Let's introduce Boy Pierce by showing first a video about him.
"2020, I'm super excited about it. I spent a lot of time brainstorming this and taking goals very seriously this year. Lots of new music videos this year, a lot of shows, a lot of new content. I'm super excited.
In the middle of the church, in the middle of the workplace, in the middle of the happy birthday song. Word, that's wrong. Please give it up for Boy Pierce.
Whoa.
So I always call you BP, but I wonder what you prefer people to call you, Boy or Boy Pierce?
BP has been the go-to as of late. So that is good.
All right, I probably started the trend. So hello, BP. I do want to say that I met you at Inspire Word. I just gave them a shout out. I love the Inspire Word series. I've seen you multiple times there. You are always honing your craft, although you always perform flawlessly. And I especially love your dictionary rap, your cookbook recipe rap, all very creative.
Thank you.
But I did want to ask you, because the first time I interviewed you, you had just performed on stage at Inspire, and I basically just grabbed you and said, hey, hang on for like a few minutes. Is it okay if we chat for a bit? And you said yes. And I stuck a microphone in front of your face, and then there's a huge, like really bright light in your face, and I just asked you to talk. And I still remember you are the rapper producer from Wilmington, Delaware. That somehow just got stuck in my head. What was that experience like for you to have somebody that you've never talked to in the past ask you such a strange question?
So, I mean, I thought it was great because I'd seen you film at the Inspired Word many times, and you know, just to pick me out and ask for the interview was awesome. And I remember we got to talk about some cool things about 2020 that naturally didn't necessarily come to fruition. Some of them have. Anything that doesn't have to do with being in person is going as planned. But it was awesome, and I thank you for it.
Great. So my second question to you was going to be, you were going to do a lot of shows for 2020. Of course, we were talking back in January, and no one could have predicted this. So what have you done instead now that shows have transformed to a different virtual stage?
Sure. So, I mean, I've taken this time as kind of a blessing in a way. I've learned Final Cut Pro. That was a big thing. I'd been using iMovie for all my music videos, which I do myself, but learning Final Cut Pro has let me take it to kind of another level. And then I'm also dabbling in learning keyboard and just learning kind of music theory as a whole a little bit better. So to that practice, I'm making a lot of my own just original instrumentation, and that's been just super fun, loop recording. And then probably most exciting is that, and I spoke about this in your interview, is that me and a collaborator, DJ CJ, who's on the stream, shout out to him, we are working on a concept album that has an animated tie to it. So we're working with an animator to do kind of an original cartoon for this project. It's called The Adventures of OG Solo. It takes place in outer space. It's super fun. We already have 17 songs, so we saw a draft animation the other day. So that's been a whole nother field that, you know, a year ago, I didn't think I'd be like working on a hip hop based cartoon that takes place in outer space. So that's been the most fun of all the time that I've gotten freed up because of all this.
Is there going to be a cartoon version of you?
No, no, there is not. So this is all made up characters. There's a half boy, half alligator named Lil Gil. He's one of the stars. Dr. Platypus is the main villain. So it's all just characters I made up. I am not in it. Although I voiced 3 of the characters.
Wow. Naturally, I just have so many other questions, but I will wait until it is out. I will watch it, and then I will ask you more questions.
Awesome. Deal.
So thank you again for being here. What have you prepared for us today?
So it's not necessarily prepared. I do a thing at shows called a dictionary freestyle. I have a crowd member pick a random page of this dictionary, and I freestyle about every word on the page. So for at least the second verse, I'd love someone in the Facebook chat to pick a page number. But since there's a delay, Luis, if you could pick a page number, it's between 5 and 257, and I'll freestyle every word on that page.
61.
61. All right, I'm going to play the beat here, and we're going to page 61. Happy 1-year anniversary to Offstage Tunes. This is the dictionary freestyle. I go by the name of Boy Pierce. You can check me out online at Boy Pierce Music. We're on page 61. First word is defraud. The last word is demand. And remember, Facebook chat, give me a page number for the second verse. Here we go. Defraud, deprive, I'm going live. And we ain't talking Instagram, we're just talking instant, man. Degenerate, generation like the Who. That's Baba O'Reilly. Let me go like Smiley. Degrade, that's to put someone down. The next word, degree, antiperspirant, it's going down. And let me flip it, deject, dejection, delay like audio recording. Not boring, let me go, I'm not snoring. And I got this, it's so deliberate. I'm kicking infinite like my name was Eminem. First album, it's so delicate. BP back on the track and I'm a hella spit. Let me go delight, tasty delight. That's a fro-yo place. It's BP, flip it like a yo-yo, hey. And I'm just flipping nicely. BP, not rocking a white tee, rocking the wet tee. I got this, deliver like Uber Eats. Or if you're seamless and go like a genius, Einstein. Let me go delusion. Last word, demand. I'm in it. Let's kick it. Let's see this, the Facebook. All right, there's a page number. 250 is the first one I see in the chat. We're going to do one more page. We're turning to page 250. Thank you for the participation. thank you to everyone on the stream. Page 250, here we go. First word's vivid, and then we go to the W section with wage. All right, here we go. Yo. Vivid, that's like imagination, that's kind of like Disney, Pixar, I spit hard, the next word's vocabulary, too obvious of a reference, this is it, reading the sentence, I got this vocal, that's vocal vocabs, and I'm just back on the track, throwing some jabs, vocation, my day is marketing, my night is an MC, marketing coordinator, not really, but it's an MC, I go vogue like it was in vogue, I'm going so hard, the voice, I auditioned for it, but I didn't freaking make it, I'll be back next year, maybe I'ma break this. Let's go, volcano, that's Hawaii. That's shout to Will McGuffin, I'm smiling, he's on the chat, here we go. Violation, volume, turn it up to 11. That doesn't rhyme, but you get the reference. I'm kicking sentences and volunteering like a good person cheering. Next word is vote like November, vulgar, and then I hit the wage. I'm going insane in the membrane. Louise, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Impressive, remarkable. Like I said at the beginning, I always love it when you do this. So thank you for surprising me with that. And I think the audience really enjoyed it. You've got a few more page numbers thrown out. I think we have to schedule another session for you to do that.
We'll have to do that.
Amazing. Thanks again, VP. Just to let everyone know on the in the audience that we are going to have 2 more prize combos, and they are going to include albums that BP produced. So stick around for that.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We've got the illustrious Phil Robinson, who is next. And before Phil is formally introduced, let's go to the video. What does this event mean to you?
It gives me an opportunity to sort of give back to the community. So it's not just me with my creative expression, it's actually doing some practical good in the world.
And now you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you there with that sad look upon your face.
Amazing. And Phil was surprised that I put I Will Survive on the video. I just have to tell him that I love your rendition, your version of that song. I think you did a fantastic job. I had to show it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Phil, you and I met at a charity event called Alto. Even though I had heard about you, you're a very active musician in your city and in all 5 boroughs. I finally got to meet you there, and luckily I captured your Times Square moment there, and that was you in front of Times Square at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yep.
I think you saw Rory's video, so you knew about Offstage Tunes before we met. What was that first meet to you like? And I know there were maybe 100 other musicians in the show, but you and I had just maybe a couple of minutes to chat.
You know, I kind of find that working with you on some of these video collaborations, I call it collaborations even though it's you interviewing, it's kind of an extension of my approach to music in general. You know, it's a very, there's a strength in numbers, and when you find people who have like, when your goals are in alignment and both parties are doing something for their mutual advantage, you know, you tend to see great results. So I put together lots of events with lots of musicians, and then that's appealing to the venues, it's appealing to the musicians, it's appealing to the audience. And when I saw the work that you're doing with Offstage Tunes, it just seemed like another dimension to that same drive. Here's another aspect of bringing it, connecting in another way. So it felt like just a very organic extension to what we were all already doing in the first place.
Thank you so much, Phil. Those are all really kind words, and I remember when we first met, you wanted to know more about Offstage Tunes and why I was doing it, and you were really encouraging me, and I do want to let you know how much I appreciate that. And I saw that we've got some new people who have joined. So just a quick word to let you all know that this is the Offstage Tunes Indie Music Showcase. We're here featuring really amazing musicians who have been incredible highlights of our first year. So we're here with Phil, even though you don't see any instruments that he's holding. Phil is a master at playing the guitar and also playing the harmonica. And there was an interesting question that I had asked him on a previous live stream. I asked him which instrument. Well, I didn't really. It was a rapid fire question. I just said harmonica or guitar, and he explained it. But then I wanted to ask it on the Instagram family, so I put out a question on Instagram story and said, which instrument do you think is Phil's preferred instrument? And do you want to know the results? I kind of kept it secret until now.
Yes, drum roll. Let's hear it.
We had 33 votes. 10 people said harmonica and 23 said guitar. So 70% thinks that your preferred instrument is guitar. Are they correct?
No, I feel so sad for those people. I thought you would know me better than that, internet. I prefer the harmonica.
Are we going to hear some harmonica tonight?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, well, I cannot wait because you always do this amazing thing where you sing and you play the guitar and you play the harmonica. I just don't know how you do it. Like one instrument is hard enough for me and you do 3.
Oh, well, thank you.
So,
I mentioned this last time we did a live stream together a couple weeks ago that, I had played a lot where I would be the front man of a band. I'd be in a rock band. We'd get to the point of the song where here comes the guitar solo. I would turn and the electric guitarist, who was much more talented than me, would take a flashy solo. And I always viewed that if I could learn harmonica and accompany myself, it would give me the ability to have that kind of energy in my own song where I could kind of take a solo. You know, like I said, there's a million guys who play guitar, and I figured if I learned harmonica, it would distinguish me a little bit from the other thousands and thousands of musicians in the world.
Well, I think it's a combination of your instruments and your song, not necessarily your instrument choice. I think it's just the fact that you write such good songs. So speaking of which song are we going to hear from you?
All right, I am going to do, I always think this is fun to do over a live stream. This is my audience participation song. So I'm going to ask all the musicians who are sitting in our backstage waiting room, please unmute yourselves now. James, please unmute everybody. All right, I hear some voices.
I did it. I'm ready.
We're ready.
All right. This song is called Transcendental Cowboy, and this is something that I like to play when I play in bars or clubs just to get the audience interacting. So for this song, I don't need you to sing along, I need you to shout. So could I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that was not good enough. I think you got more in you. Could I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's your part. You do this after I do this. Say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a transcendental cowboy with the existential blues. There's a solipsistic meta-transcendental news. It's more than just a recipe, girl. Feel good about what you choose. So when it comes down to do what you gotta do, you can read a book of Sartre, read a book by Camus. There's 1,000 different faces out there, 1,000 points of view. Seeing is believing. Throw your hands up and get ready and say, hey, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm a transcendental cowboy with the existential blues. Here's a solipsistic meta-transcendental news.
Hell yeah.
Just one recipe, girl, feel good about what you choose. So when it comes down to do what you gotta do, you can light yourself some candles, light up someone's eyes, go back to the 60s right now, retro psychedelics. sides. If feeling is believing, throw your hands up in the air. Here it comes. Say, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Central sentimental songs, just a glow up from middle class white bread, suburban mystic, went away to school and have my world irritated. Someone even say, slightly overeducated, try and find a way to set myself free. In my heart of heart, just a Bruce Springsteen wannabe, working all day and singing all night, doing all right. Woo!
Oh yeah, Phil.
Hell yeah.
Anyone.
Yes. Just amazing. Thank you, Phil. I loved it.
Thank you so much for having me, Louise, and happy birthday to Offstage Tunes.
Aw, thank you, Phil. Thank you. And I think that song was a terrific choice. Thanks to everyone who chimed in.
Thank you for all the audience participation. All right, I can't wait to watch the rest of the musicians now.
Yes, Chloe Hennessee. And I have, oh, first of all, I almost forgot. We have a video to share.
I started taking guitar and ukulele lessons in 2nd grade, and just like from the moment that I started learning how to play chords on the guitar, I started writing songs. In a couple years, we'll both be grown up, but you can stay here.
And that's Chloe. She is the second underage, well, under 18 musician that I've interviewed. My chat with her was actually a double win because we had a conversation, and then shortly after our conversation, her dad, who runs Musicians of New York, was hosting a concert, a house concert, which I just stayed around and participated in that, and met some really amazing musicians at that event. So I want to thank Chloe for making those connections possible. I want to thank Paul, her father, for inviting me to another show to meet more musicians. It just shows that this community of musicians are so supportive, and the fact that we are here to cheer each other on and to share each other's music, I think it's a beautiful thing. So thank you. Chloe, what was our interview chat experience like for you? Was it something that you expected, or was it different than what you had hoped for? I don't know, never asked you this.
Well, going into it, I was very nervous, especially since I saw a video of you playing violin and I was like, oh my God, She's an amazing musician. I hope she likes the stuff I play with her. But I was actually like, when you came over, I was really comfortable. And I think that's something that definitely shows how great of like an interviewer you are and how great you are with people, because especially when you're talking about songwriting, it's super personal. So I just thought it was amazing how comfortable I felt talking with you about my songwriting process and everything that comes with that. So it was actually a really great experience, and I'm so glad you could stay for the concert afterwards too.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear that as well. And I'm blown away by your ability to write music, and you play guitar and you play ukulele. After our chat, she gave me a very quick tutorial on how to play a few chords on the ukulele, and then she said, should I play something? Why don't I play a cover by Billie Eilish? And then she just went and sang it so beautifully. Incredible. I know you've written a lot of songs. I know you've been releasing music pretty much monthly this year, and I'm curious to hear what song you have prepared for us.
So I'm gonna play a song that I've covered on my YouTube channel and my Instagram. It's called Coffee, and I actually went to the studio today and we started thinking about pre-production for this song, so I'm super excited to play it. It's definitely one of my favorite songs that I've written so far.
I'm excited to hear it. Are you going to be playing the guitar? Oh, yes. Okay. Amazing.
Go ahead?
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Call me dependent, is that so bad? To lean on something, giving you a helping hand. Call me addicted, just means I have something I love that doesn't love me back. 'Cause I can't deal with this headache, it's harder to disguise. Can't bear all the hunger, it's never satisfied. So pour me a cup of coffee, I'll be alright. Yeah, pour me a cup of coffee, I'll be alright. Call it a pattern, guess I like knowing what's next. What's around the corner, is it something I guess? All my behavior's exactly what you'd expect. Over and over, till I'm left with regret. Can't escape procrastination, I can run but I can't hide. Can't stop my temptations, no matter how I try. So pour me a cup of coffee, I'll be alright. Yeah, pour me a cup of coffee, I'll be alright. Maybe I should find another way that doesn't mess with my mind. Eyes are growing heavy day by day, and it gets harder with time. 'Cause I can't deal with this headache, it's harder to disguise. Can't bear all the hunger, it's never satisfied. So pour me a cup of coffee, I'll be alright. Yeah, pour me a cup of coffee, I'll be alright. Yeah, pour me a cup of coffee, that'll be alright. Thank you.
You have such a beautiful voice. Thank you for sharing that. I loved it.
Thanks so much for having me, and happy anniversary.
Thank you, Chloe. Thank you so much. We have Vivian Liu, I know she's a very, very busy musician, and I know she was teaching earlier. So I don't know if she has joined the Zoom chat. Vivian, are you here?
I'm here.
Oh, yay! Hi, Vivian.
Hi, can you hear me? Can you see?
Yes, we can hear you. Now that I know you're here, let's go to the quick intro video first. Vivian,
Hi.
you and I did my very first music video together.
It was amazing. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that was your first time.
It was my first time. I mean, I've done interviews before. We had talked about maybe interviewing you to get to know about the song that you wrote, but we just ran out of time. We had, I think, 2 hours or 2.5 hours at the studio, and we used it up. So, and we actually booked another session to do another recording with a string quartet. And thank you for inviting me to be part of that. So just to give everyone a quick background information, you wrote a song, was it in February or January?
February, right?
February. This was when COVID was very serious in China. And we were from New York, we were thinking, this is happening in China. We didn't think it was going to happen to us. But Vivian wrote a song to kind of support and give some kind messages to people in China who are suffering from COVID. And we have very little time, so we quickly recorded, and I was there to film the process, and we turned it into a music video. And who knew, weeks later, New York was the epicenter.
It was crazy.
Yeah, but I thoroughly enjoy our collaboration with the music video. I don't know if there's anything that you felt was especially remarkable on your end as the composer and also a performer for that music.
I think it was just amazing that we can finish this in such a short time, because I spent just like one night to finish it, and then the most impressed things that I tried to like call my friends, like, oh, because it's a duet song, so like I just I tried to call people like, oh, you want to sing this song, and then, oh, you want to help me to do this and that, and then everybody is so supportive, and we just finished this like in such a short time, like one day of recording, and then next day you make the video, and then and it's out there. So
yeah, the video was actually premiered at a music competition show in Connecticut. This was right before we all had to stay home. So luckily it had a chance to be shown to people, and it's actually on YouTube. So if anybody want to check it out later on. I know you're going to perform for us something. I don't know what you're going to play, so tell us what it is that you're going to share.
I'm going to play the song that we collaborated together. So it's
yes.
I think it's definitely the right time and the perfect time to do it, because I've known you for so long. You're such, I don't know.
And we've collaborated years ago. You on the piano and I play on a violin. So it's great to connect again with music.
Right. It was. Yeah, and I still remember one day, if you still remember, like, because the next day is our premiere of the video, and then both of us were not asleep. We slept so late to just like to edit back and forth. It was such a fun time.
Yeah, definitely. We were both working late, trying to make it as good as possible. But you know what? Great memories. I think it was all worth it. So I can't wait to hear you play this. I love the song.
Okay. So it's I'm gonna sing the Chinese version.
Please.
Hey,夜里的光点亮
have to tell you this, Vivian. The first time you sent me a demo of that, I got goosebumps and tears in my eyes when I listened to it. I just got goosebumps again.
Thank you.
And I wish the people in the audience could understand it, but the way I translated the title is Same Heart, Same Fight. We're all in this together. This is really a worldwide pandemic, and she wrote a beautiful song to say, let's support each other. We can get through this. Stay strong.
Thank you. And it's on Spotify right now.
Yay, yes, go check it out on Spotify. Thank you again for sharing it. You're so talented. You arranged it from a string quartet to a piano solo. And just, you amaze me all the time.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Vivian. Thank you. And I am so grateful that you are able to join after teaching all day.
It's an honor. Thank you.
So now that we listened to Vivian, we have 2 more acts, and thanks everyone for staying on. I know I said 2 hours, but this is the problem with me. I just keep talking. So I'm going to stop talking too much. We have Rory who is next, and we have a little video to show about Rory.
I picked up the guitar as a little kid when I was in kindergarten, upside down and backwards. It's technically wrong, but my father, who played a little bit, said, "Oh, turn it around, Rory, that's the wrong way."
You and me walking on a cold night, holding on each other so tight. The tide was rolling in at our backs.
Rory, the guitar player who plays it upside down and backwards. I wonder when he will get tired of me saying that.
Never, don't worry.
Rory is when I met him in person, I wasn't expecting to see somebody so tall. It was a little intimidating at first, but he is one of the nicest person that I've ever met, and we've collaborated multiple times. After the first time we met, we sat down, had a chat. And then I feature one of his songs that he played at Peace Candy Store. We were on a live stream together not long ago. I just keep seeing Rory, but he always has something amazing to share. And I could never get tired of your music, Rory.
Thank you, Louise.
I picked you as a highlight because I don't know if you know this, but after our interview, our session, a lot of musicians reached out and wanted to be featured. And it's all because of you that I basically stopped kind of scouting musicians. They just come to me and they say, "Hey, Rory referred me. Hey, I saw this video with you and Rory." You have such a wide network of people. And I think everyone who knows you would agree that you are just a genuine, down-to-earth and kind-hearted person, and that's why you're so popular.
Thanks so much, Louise. I'm really happy to have been able to help at all because, from the first time we worked together, like I said, like I've said before, you're just a joy to work with and a great person. So,
thank you, Rory, and I look forward to collaborating again. I think there's some other opportunities in the near future, so stay tuned. We will announce that when it's ready. I know you've released a song recently. I know you also wrote a song maybe this week, and I saw that you tweeted about it. I have no idea what you're going to play, but I'm going to let you tell us.
It's a death metal song. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so the song I'm going to play is a brand new song I wrote called Maybe Tonight. As you mentioned, I did just release a single on the 31st called An American Lie about the racial justice, fight for racial justice going on in America right now. But I'm going to play a new song tonight.
And congrats on your new release. It's gotten a lot of reviews, as it should. It sends a really strong message, well produced. When you sent me the video, I immediately watched it 3 times.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So what's the name of the new song?
The new song is called Maybe Tonight.
Maybe Tonight. Okay. All yours, Rory.
All right, cool. Thank you very much.
I didn't wanna hold you, honey, but that was a lie. In spite of all attempts and good intentions, and all the smart reasons why. You know I hate it when your heart is heavy, your quiver, close fingers entwined. Just help me up and I will hold you steady, basking in your resplendent light. And maybe tonight we're gonna climb the tallest mountains. We're gonna brave the strongest storms. Maybe tonight we'll make it through whatever tries to take us down. I'll show you what all this is for. Baby, I tried many times to have felt so broken. Sometimes not firm or self-assured. As long as you're mine, nothing can ever take away that I just can't break away. I got my words and all my pretty logic. They're failing fast to slow us down. We may be drifting and the waves are rocky, but I steer our ship to solid ground. Nobody is gonna talk me out of this. I know what I'm feeling. I know that it's real, and half a mile down to Lonely Camp Guard Road. So my heart's awakened, I find my mind is racing tonight. We're gonna climb the tallest mountains. We're gonna brave the strongest storms. Maybe tonight we'll make it through whatever tries to take us down. I'll show you what all this is for. Baby, I've tried so many times, we have felt so broken. Sometimes I find myself assured. As long as you're mine, nothing can ever take away that I just can't break away. Nothing can ever take away that I just can't break away.
Thank you. That's the first time I've played that song, so cheers.
This might be my new favorite of yours.
Thank you
And
so
I've
much.
listened to a lot of your songs.
I
They're all really good, but you keep coming out with new ones that I just fall in love with.
Thank you so much.
Any plans to record that?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It just kind of happened spontaneously a couple days ago, and since I wrote it, I'm just like, oh man, I really want to move that to the front of the list. So probably, knowing me, I'll probably jump in the studio soon.
We'll wait for it. Thank you again, Rory.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for putting this on.
Thanks. Okay, I think I saw in the chat, in the comments earlier, that somebody's waiting for Lamarco to go on. It is time for Lamarco to go on, but before I totally get tongue twisted, let's shift to a video. I will get myself a drink of water, and we'll come back with Lamarco.
My music is pretty instructional.
Instructional as in mini life lessons?
Yeah, like advice. It's little gems of advice that I've picked up along the way. When I reached out for your hand, you weren't there yet. So no, I'm not your cowboy.
Lamarco, thank you for joining me and many other artists on this stream. I know we've only met maybe a couple of weeks. You are the most recent person I have had a conversation with over Zoom.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just released an album, which is why we got together and had a chat. The video is not yet published, but it will be. It's coming
Can't wait.
soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's going to be out, and so I'll keep part of that as a secret, so well, everyone can watch that when it's out. But why don't you tell us a little bit about the album that you just released, its significance, and we'll switch over to your song.
Awesome. So first of all, congratulations and happy anniversary. This is awesome. Can't wait to be a part of many more, hopefully, in the future. This album, LaMarco Music, was a special album. I recorded it in 4 days. I wrote a lot of songs, and then 8 of those made the cut, and I produced it. What happened was I had an album that was ready to go, and because of coronavirus and things like that, I felt it was inappropriate to release that album at that time. And so I wrote a pandemic EP, and that's out right now. And then I went in and I was just like, you know what? I still want to sing about what's going on in my life and what's happening, because although there's so much drama and chaos happening in the world, I still want to make sure people have a sense of normalcy and talk about things that we can still all relate to, regardless of what side of the planet we are experiencing the same things. And so LaMarco Music was a great outlet for me to be creative, especially during this pandemic, because, it's we can go stir crazy, especially as entertainers and musicians and artists who are used to being out and performing and being creative amongst others. And so I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to allow myself to have cabin fever too long. I'm gonna get in here and make the most of the situation. And LaMarco Music, which is actually what that background is, came from that. And I'm super proud of the project. And today I'm actually not gonna sing a song from that album, only because I'm still getting the performance mixes done, so that when I do perform these songs, finally, it'll be amazing. Although I did give you a sneak peek of Callboy when we talked a couple months ago, but this song that I prepared for today is called Wallflower, and it's produced by my friend Twanner, who is an amazing musician from Los Angeles. And it's just basically relates to not allowing your current situation, not allowing fears, not allowing anybody's naysaying or disagreement or opposition of you, whether it be because of your skin color, your race, your religion, your sexuality, anything like that, not allowing any barriers or opposition to stop you from enjoying your life. There's a saying that says, I can do bad all by myself. I don't need you to help me make my life miserable. So, this is basically talking about dancing through it all, and it's called Wallflower. Shall I start?
Yes, please start. And people in the audience, feel free to dance in your own living rooms. Go ahead.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to try to plug in and make sure you can hear me. Give me the thumbs up. I changed the song actually from when we did the sound check, because that was the short tour version of what I was going to do earlier. And it would have been a surprise that I wasn't ready for. So here we go. This is called Wallflower. Right. Can you hear the music so far? All right. So far. Okay. Hey! He came over. He said, what you doing here, boy? Hey! I said, I'm dancing, call me anything you want. Tonight, I'm that boy. 'Cause I can feel it in my body, say It says I can feel it in my body because I'm not a wallflower. Ooh, yeah. I wanna start a new life. I wanna run away from here. They said my future is bright, but all the lights have seemed to disappear. Woo! 'Cause I can feel it in my body, say yeah. Hey.
safety, checking my security. But you can't take the joy that's inside of me. Yeah. I'm going on, yeah, 'cause I can feel it. I feel it, oh, no stopping me. I'm no wallflower. Yeah. Woo! So if you're at home, you can just follow along. Let me hear you say, aye, 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 aye. Hey. Aye, aye, aye. Ooh, yeah. You can hold me, you can break me. 'Cause I can feel it in my body. I'm stronger. I can feel it. Yes.
Woo,
A little
thank you.
open-ended.
Thank you.
Yes, this is so weird, so different, you know, these virtual concerts and things like that. It's so odd.
We've got somebody in the comments saying I'm dancing. Yes,
Good,
totally.
good.
That was amazing. Thank you, Marco. The
Thank
video,
you.
like I said, will be coming out very soon.
Awesome,
Our
awesome.
video chat. And
Yeah.
Cannot thank you enough for sharing your talent.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. All right,
This is awesome.
Before I let you all go back to your stay-at-home lives, we do have 2 more prizes. So hang on for just like 2 minutes. We have 2 prizes. The first one is going to be Boy Pierce, an album, a full album. Wheel that looks like this. So first spin is going to peach color again. Okay, so peach color, let me get out my jar. This person is going to get a full album plus a single, and it is going to be, or I forgot to show the jar. Here's the jar. Here's the peach color name. We have Jason Lin. I don't know if Jason is in the chat, but Jason, congrats. You will get these 2 gifted to you via Apple Music. And now for the grand prize, there are 4 of these, 2 singles and 2 albums. And let me just refresh my memory what they are. We've got Chloe Hennessee, White Lies. We've got an EP by Allison Leah, Fly Home. We've got Feyer's Parties, and we've got another full album, Mixed Goods by Boy Pierce. Okay. Last spin. Oh, I gotta pick an artist. I hope they're still here. Here we go, yellow for artist. And it is going to be Feyer. Feyer, are you still around? Okay, I'm afraid Feyer is.
Hi, hold on one sec.
Oh, you're back from space.
I forgot how to unmute, but I'm here. What's up?
You're back from space. So your choices are red, blue, or peach.
I'm gonna go with what my background is, blue.
Blue it is. Okay, I'm gonna pick a name from blue. And this person who is going to get the grand prize, 2 albums and 2 singles, Andrew Xue.
A fellow Andrew, sweet.
Yes, I know. Andrew picked the color for Andrew. I don't know if Andrew is still around, but Andrew, you will get these emailed to you. Thank you for participating. I did see some comments from Andrew earlier. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the night. I want to thank you again for sticking around. I know we totally went over time. We spent too much time talking to musicians because you can probably tell I just love talking to them. So time flies by. Thank you again for all the musicians for sharing your talent, sharing your time. I could not have hoped for a better anniversary celebration than this. I had a blast. So everyone, please go check out their music. Please follow them. And please continue to support indie music. As you've heard, they are all amazing, amazing artists. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all. Good to meet you all. Congratulations.
Bye.
Thank you.
Happy 1 year anniversary to Offstage Tunes.
Happy anniversary.
Congrats. Happy anniversary.
So congratulations for 1 year.
Congrats again. This is so much fun.
Congratulations on your 1 year anniversary as well. You've been doing some amazing things in this time, and I'm really looking forward to where it goes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Vivian.
And happy birthday to Offstage Tunes.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for putting this on.
Thank you, everyone.
I wanted to give you a gift for your 1 year. For every question that you get right in our game, we're going to give $5 to charity, and the charity is going to be Sweet Release. So,
thank you. That's so very generous. I love this idea. So thank you again. It was such a great surprise. I'm filled with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this privilege. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough for sharing your talent. I thank you again for sticking around. I could not have hoped for a better anniversary celebration than this. Thank you. Bye.